Hi everyone, I'm just here to do a little, well, quite a quick video hopefully. We've been asked quite a lot about the beach and how to do the waves and things like that. I think everybody must be craving the seaside at the moment with the situation that we're all in. Sorry about the shadows, I've been making videos all day and it's getting quite late now, so I do apologise. But I'm just going to show you quickly how to actually cut the sea shape that we're going to be inking off the edge of. So basically, if you just do one long cut and then just wiggle your paper around, because you don't want this to be exact, and then just go all the way along until you get to the end. That'll give you a sort of wave shape that's not exactly perfect. So what I'm going to do is just start. I've actually used the oval frame on this as well. I've already embossed it. So I don't want to show you again, obviously I would, but we have already done a video with this earlier on. So if you want to know how we've done the embossing, then check in on one of the earlier videos and have a look at that. So we're using a little bit of Celadon ink, and all I'm going to do is just rub the colour just off the edge like this. And then all we're going to do is just keep moving this around. You don't want the same pattern just repeated. It wants to be quite random. Don't all want to be really dark either. You want some dark ones, some lighter ones, and you want some gaps, so you do want some white in there as well. And then gradually you're just going to build this up. Now this is quite a new ink that we've got here as well, so it is quite vibrant. So you can see I'm not really putting much ink on this one at all, because really I've got absolutely loads of that on my finger. I don't need any more. Okay, so just go all the way along and just keep changing the pattern, because like I said, we don't want it all to be too samey. So that's how your little waves are done. It's very, very easy. Once you know how it's like one of those, isn't it? You go, oh, so simple. But there you go. So that's your little waves. And then what I'm going to do is pop in some seaside. So basically we have got a piece of paper that's been cut in half. And I'll show you for why in a minute. We're going to add some beach to this. So I'm just going to use a little bit of sand beige, and we're just going to blend off the edge here. So this will give us our sort of sand dunes in the background. Don't worry about leaving a white gap, because at the end of the day it's just going to look like sea foam. And then we can add a little bit of glitter to that later. So what we'll do is just put a couple of hills in. Let's put one in higher up like that, because I'm thinking we might just get a few flip-flops in here as well. So let's use a few things. Whatever you do, don't do what I do. I always confuse the flip-flop names. So the flip-flops are actually called flipping out, which is this one, not to be confused with in a flap, which is actually penguins. So I doubt that we'd be, well, you do find penguins on the beach, I suppose, but maybe in colder conditions. Okay, so I've got our two little hills in there. And then what I'm going to do is just to do some sky as well in the background. So I'm going to line the other piece of paper. So where we've cut it from one piece, this piece perfectly marries up with the other one. So what we're going to do is add a little bit of sky. So a little bit more of the blue, just so it matches. I don't want to sort of clash with the blues. And I think what we might do is just put a bit of yellow in at the top. So do a bit of blue down here. And then at the other side, I'll put a little bit of yellow and a little bit of red. Didn't actually plan for that, so I have got some here. So let's just go around the other side and just add a little bit of yellow. Just gives it a little bit more dimension. So just work your way around, a little bit of red as well, just over the top. Get rid of some of that first as well, because it can be quite vibrant. Okay, so just like that. And then what we're going to do is stamp a couple of beach huts as well in the background. So let's use, these are from the Beside the Seaside collection, which is this one. So we're going to use a couple of those just in the background, and we're going to use a couple of colours as well. So this one we're going to use Celadon all the way over the top. So that's what the same colour that we've used actually for the sea. And then we're just going to add a couple of little colours over the top. So just so we don't dirty our inks, you'll notice that I always use the palest one first. And then we're going to pop that one just over the hillside there like that, or over the sand dune. And then what we're going to do is the same thing again. Now you have got a little bit of bunting as well, so if I can fit it in, I'll show you that as well. So we'll use a darker blue, and then we'll use a bit of the purple. So I think this is grape, this one. And we'll also put that just side by side here, like that. So I'm going to put another one in, and the reason being is just that I want to show you the bunting. So we're only going to get the very tip of the beech hut in anyway. But it is quite a nice thing, quite cute. So we're going to put that in as well. So like I said, oh, hang on a minute, let's do the bunting first, actually, that makes more sense. So let's get this in. I think we're literally only going to see the very, very tip of the actual beech hut, but I don't suppose that matters. So let's go about here. So you can see how you can actually link up the beech huts with little bits of bunting as well. So once you've done that, you can take this off. So you've got your little beech huts in the background there as well. So if I wanted to put something in the foreground here as well, say a little flip-flop, little pair of flip-flops, then we could pop that there. Now I think I might have done these a little bit too high up for this. So what I'm going to do is put another little hill in, and we'll do it nearer to the beach. So let's pop it about there. Help if I use the right piece. Let's put another little beach in here like that, little hill. So let's go off with the sand beige. This is what happens when you make it up as you go along. Okay, so let's just put a little bit of colour here. So we've got another little hill. And then somebody has left their flip-flops right by the beach. They're certainly not going to be there when they come back for them, are they? Okay, so let's get our little flip-flops when I can find them. What have I done with them? Going crazy. Oh, here they are. Right, so again, we're going to use two colours. So let's use a darker blue. And then just around the edges, so this is Atlantic, we're going to put a little bit. This one is boysenberry, but it could be any of the pinks or any of the purples. And we're just going to work our way around. So normally I would have done this a little bit lower down. So we're going to sort of stamp them over the top of that hill. So it kind of looks like they're stuck in the sand. Okay, so there's our little flip-flops. Okay, it's been a long day. You'll have to excuse me. The brain cells are going because I've done quite a lot of videos today. So what I'm going to do now is pop out this middle panel, and then we're just going to emboss around this edge here. So again, to do that, I can show you this now actually. I'm going to use a little bit of wax paper, which I believe is now on the website, and we're just going to rub this on the back here. And as I rub, you can see the outside edge of that coming through. So basically all we're going to do now is run around with our embossing tool. So now you can see where that edge is. It makes it a lot easier to follow. And then once you've got it, you can just go right down and push that all the way in. Okay, so you could, if you wanted to, put your middle panel back on here, and we could add more colour around the edge, but I'm just going to catch the very edges, so there's no real need for that. But you could stamp on this as well if you wanted to. So all I'm going to do is take a little bit of maybe the blue, let's use a celadon, and we're just going to take a little bit of the excess off because I said it's quite new, this one, and let's just touch the very edges of this little oval here. But you could also stamp on this. So actually some of the new words from the friendship quotes, the new one, will actually fit inside here. I think it's have a lovely day and the happy birthday one, which, oh yes, I have got to hand. Let's have a look, have a lovely day. So the way I do this actually is to, if I say I want my design to go here, my words, I'm going to pop my block on there like that, and then I'm going to follow that curve with my stamp like that. And then I know that that is going to fit. Just be sure not to sort of leave your stamp in that position. It's not really something that you should do. But just to curve them like that little bit just works lovely. So we can have that in there like that. And then we can just take this off. And that gives us our lovely little seaside design within that oval. And then all that's left to do is just to put a little bit of glitter on here. So I'm going to use my glue pen. So this will be like your sea foam. And because we're getting nearer to the shore, you get a lovely bit of sea foam going on here. So just randomly, just colour in with your glue pen across the edge like that. And then we're going to pop in some glitter. So this is the glamour dust that's on the website as well. So we're just going to pop that over the top. And that should give you can just see the little bits of sea foam on there. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope at some point in the near future we're all going to get to go to the beach. Okay, take care. See you soon. Bye.